In the year 2000, two men flew to Dallas to sell their struggling startup. The asking price, $50 million. The buyer, the most powerful entertainment retailer on earth. The giant said no. By some accounts, its executives could barely keep a straight face. The two founders flew home with nothing. Today, that startup is worth more than $250 billion. And the giant? It is one lonely store in the Oregon high desert. This is the story of Blockbuster and the most expensive laugh in business history. Rewind to 1985. In Dallas, Texas, a software entrepreneur named David Cook opened a new kind of video store. It was huge, bright, family-friendly, and powered by something no rival had, a computerized inventory system. While corner shops carried a few hundred tapes, Blockbuster carried thousands. It exploded across America, then across the world. At the height of its expansion, a new store was opening roughly every single day. By some counts, one every 17 hours. By 2004, it commanded more than 9,000 stores and 84,000 employees. Friday night at Blockbuster became an American ritual, families wandering the aisles, arguing over one perfect movie. In 1994, media giant Viacom bought the chain in a deal valued at $8.4 billion. Blockbuster was not just a store anymore. It was an empire at the center of home entertainment. But deep inside this empire sat a dirty secret. Blockbuster's profits did not come only from renting movies. They came, to a stunning degree, from punishing people for returning them late. In the year 2000 alone, late fees reportedly brought in nearly $800 million, close to 1/6 of all revenue. The business model quietly depended on its own customers failing. Customers paid, but they hated it. And a business built on resentment is a business waiting for an escape route to appear. In a quiet California town, one was about to. In 1997, in Scotts Valley, California, two entrepreneurs named Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph started a company built around a brand new invention, the DVD. As the famous story goes, the story even his co-founder calls polished marketing. Hastings had just paid a $40 late fee and never forgot it. Their ideas sounded almost silly, movies by mail. A DVD in a little red envelope delivered to your mailbox. They called it Netflix. And here is the irony. In the early days, even Netflix charged late fees. Then in 1999 came the masterstroke. A flat monthly subscription. Keep a movie as long as you want. No due dates. No late fees. It was the exact opposite of Blockbuster's money machine, and customers loved it. But love does not pay salaries. The dot-com crash hit, cash burned fast, and by 2000 Netflix was in trouble. The founders decided there was only one move left: sell to the enemy itself. So in September 2000, the founders rode the elevator to the 27th floor of Blockbuster's Dallas headquarters and sat across from Chief Executive John Antioco. Their pitch: buy Netflix for $50 million and let it run your online business. Mark Randolph later wrote that Antioco struggled not to laugh. Netflix's own finance chief put it more bluntly: they were nearly laughed out of the office. To Blockbuster, Netflix looked like a money-losing toy from a bursting dot-com bubble. Judged by that day alone, it was reasonable. Judged by history, it was one of the worst business decisions ever made. The company they refused for $50 million would one day be worth thousands of times more. But here is the part of the story almost nobody knows. Blockbuster did eventually wake up. It built a weapon that genuinely terrified Netflix, and then it strangled that weapon with its own hands. In 2004, Blockbuster finally launched its own DVD buy mail service, Blockbuster Online. Then in late 2006 came the real weapon, Total Access. Rent online and swap your movie in any store instantly. It was something Netflix physically could not copy. No warehouses could match 9,000 storefronts. And it worked. For a stretch, Blockbuster was signing up new subscribers faster than Netflix itself. Inside Netflix, the mood turned grim. For the first time in its history, Netflix actually lost subscribers, and by insider accounts, Reed Hastings quietly approached Blockbuster about a deal. The hunter had become the hunted. But the fight had a price. Between abandoning late fees and bankrolling the online war, the strategy was costing Blockbuster some $400 million, a bet that only pays if you hold your nerve. And at that exact moment, Blockbuster's nerve snapped. Enter Carl Icahn, the corporate raider. He had stormed on a Blockbuster's board in 2005, and he hated how much the online war was costing. In 2007, after a bitter public fight over his $7.5 million bonus, John Antioco was pushed out. The new boss, Jim Keyes, had spent 2 decades in the convenience store world running 7-Eleven. To him, the stores are the only part still making money, and Total Access, the one weapon actually wounding Netflix, looked like a money pit. So he gutted it. Marketing slashed, prices raised, focus dragged back to selling candy and popcorn in stores. Blockbuster had built the future twice and strangled it twice. At Netflix headquarters, they could hardly believe their luck. The pressure vanished overnight, and Reed Hastings turned his full attention to something far bigger than DVDs, the internet itself. Because months before the Boardroom Coup, in January 2007, Netflix had already launched streaming. No envelopes, no stores, no waiting. Just movies instantly over the internet. The ground under every video store on Earth began to dissolve. Then came the financial crisis, dollar-night kiosks in every supermarket, and a mountain of debt. Blockbuster was being carved up from every direction at once. On September 23, 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy, buried under nearly $1.5 billion in liabilities. The chain that once opened a store a day was auctioned off to a satellite TV company for around $320 million. One by one, the stores went dark. Today, exactly one Blockbuster remains in Bend, Oregon, alive as a museum of Friday nights past, where tourists take selfies in the aisles. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Blockbuster did not die of stupidity. Its leaders saw the future clearly. It died because its own body rejected the cure. Every dollar spent on the internet was a dollar taken from stores, from franchisees, from this quarter's numbers. Wall Street punished the future and rewarded the past, right up until the past expired. Even Carl Icahn later called Blockbuster the worst investment he ever made. Netflix's greatest advantage was never technology. It was having nothing to protect. Kodak, Nokia, Blockbuster. Different industries, same funeral. The lesson is brutal, and it applies to every business and every career. If your success depends on punishing or trapping your customers, someone, somewhere, is building their escape route right now. And when the future knocks, it rarely knocks twice. Blockbuster got its knock in a Dallas boardroom in the year 2000, and it laughed. If this story taught you something, subscribe, because next time we open the file on another giant that vanished, and the warning signs everyone ignored. See you there.